Hey One Tree Hill fans, thanks for being here. Welcome back. I am about to watch Season 3, Episode 6, Locked Hearts and Hand Grenades. And once again, I am watching before the podcast because I feel a little more not so clueless. I feel, because I'm so forgetful, so it's like I feel more in tune with the podcast now that I'm doing it this way. So I hope everyone's enjoying. So let's get into it. Oh, Whitey. I love his old school. You know what? You embarrassed this whole town, this team, this school. Your payback is going to hurt. The War of the Roses continues, only it's Dan and Deb peeing in the pool. Ugh. But he did allude to the fact that all his toilets on his side of the house were clogged. I'm guessing that was at the work of Deb, but swimming in the pee pool. Ooh. So in this episode, we get a slightly less antagonistic, well, a more neutral interaction between Haley and Nathan. And it was nice to see them being a little more neutral, coming back from the less angry, vengeful side. And on the same note, we see Lucas and Brooke getting to that more neutral place with their conversation. I like that Whitey actually knew who Paris and Nicole were. Stopping Bevan and Ashley from fighting. And then he laid into Brooke. Yep, now he's threatening her position in the whole cheerleading squad. Now Brooke is on the warpath. You know, Rachel always irked me, but there was always something like I love to hate her, hate to love her type thing. And she really does like egg on Brooke. But in a way, I feel like she challenges her too. But it's like, it's still annoying to have someone come into your realm and kind of like take over what you've worked so hard for. Oh, Brooke's fantasy boy draft is so funny, but it's like, it brings out this like Mean Girls meets Pretty Little Liars Allison like meshing together. It's like, I'm keeping your secrets unless you don't follow my rules. Karen's row, row, row your boat little mayor for mayor poster. Then here comes Dan's big mobile moving, what was it, billboard? Driving billboard. For all you digital millennial kids, what Brooke just did to Peyton was pass her a note. The OG form of texting. Well, Rachel comes to the rescue for Brooke with the teacher wanting her note. And, ooh, that was good. Rachel is very good at making you wonder, okay, is she being genuine or is she really playing a game? I kind of always figure she's always playing a game with some hints of genuineness thrown in there. Because when she goes between bailing out Brooke with the teacher and then, trying to give this CD to Peyton, it does make you think, okay, maybe she's not so bad. But it's like, I always feel like she is ultimately has a motive, a goal, an underhanded kind of her own motive there. She's working towards something. The fact that Peyton still wanted the CD and goes back and she's like, okay, here. Oh my God, Mouth wanting to be in the fantasy draft is so cute. Rachel's liking to older men surfaces in her fantasy boy draft pick. I do find it funny that Rachel wants to pick Chris Keller as her pick, according to Bevan. And again, it's like Chris Keller is it's like he's manipulative, but with these moments of genuineness thrown in too. So I guess that kind of tracks. And I guess I see it where he's telling her, your music is sucking right now, Haley. And it's like, I guess he really does kind of, challenge Haley as well. So even though it is frustrating and annoying and she hates it, maybe Nathan's right, Chris Keller does kind of help Haley. Skills returns, and Bevan's so cute, kind of like cute stalking him for her boy draft. Oh my God. All the guys vying to be the first picks in Brooke's little fantasy draft. Just so funny. Okay, Peyton, going after Haley when she finds out that she's working with Chris again. You don't know the whole story, Peyton. Okay, so Rachel with her little scouting, like, reports that she gives each girl. I mean, like, it's cool, and of course it pisses, Brooke off, but at the same time, it's like, it kind of makes me realize, like, she's a good example of somebody that tries too hard. It's like, okay, what are you overcompensating for? What are you hiding? Because, I mean, it's one thing to be nice, but it's like, okay, you're getting into that overkill territory. Oh, the cheerleader's totally dissing Mouth. Get out of the way. Oh, I totally forgot that Dan went and told Lucas to talk to his mom about dropping out of the mayoral race. Oh my god, Bevan's daydream about our little fantasy daydream about skills. Ooh, Haley's putting it on the line. If you don't tell at least Whitey about your heart condition, I will. I like Haley's response to Chris Keller. I wonder if it's possible to unmeet a person, right? Is that like unfriend? Oh god, I forgot about Deb putting laxative in Dan's coffee. Oh my god, I love that when Dan was giving one of his many horrible speeches to Karen, he starts feeling the effects of that laxative. And then he asks her if she has a bathroom. Honestly, I wish she would have told him, not for you. Oh, I forgot about Peyton offering to Nathan to pick him as her pick on the draft, and that way Haley wouldn't be able to. Oh my god. And of course, Lucas did not tell the truth to Whitey about his heart. And of course, Whitey punishes the rest of the team while he sits Lucas on the bench. Kind of backfired on you, didn't it, there, Lucas? Of course, Peyton tells Haley, I'm picking Nathan. Oh, the whole thing with the Brooke and Rachel fighting and Whitey coming up. And then they act like they're besties, and he totally buys it. Oh, Whitey, you're so adorable. Oh, wow. Brooke's trying to get Peyton to not pick Nathan, and she's like, isn't there anyone else you can pick? Yeah, Lucas. Oh, on second thought, Nathan's fine. So close. Although I do like when Peyton said to Brooke, put the leader back in cheerleader and squash this beef with Rachel. Oh, Haley was going to go tell Whitey, and of course Lucas is like, I care about this. I'm part of a team. I've been an outsider for so long. I'm invincible. Like, no, you're not. The poem was about a guy who didn't have a heart condition. So close. I really just want her to go tell him. I totally forget how everybody finds out, too. Oh, poor Mouth, still trying to get those girls to pick him. Oh my god. And Brooke's fresh baked cookies. Not so great, using as coasters. And of course, here comes Rachel with cupcakes that everyone wants. But, burnt cookies over good cupcakes, yeah, that would be anybody's pick, I guess. But I do love that Haley, had that moment with Peyton, hey, you can pick them, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going anywhere. We're meant to be together, and I know it, you know it, and soon Nathan will know it too. Boom! Oh, the backdoor deals that are being brokered over this hot guy draft fantasy draft. Oh my god. I still can't believe that Nathan is working with Chris Keller. It just blows my mind. Wow, I totally forgot that Chris gave Nate that, you don't get it, man. Haley's music and Haley and you are the same thing. Oh, another classic Karen Rowe Lucas mother-son moment. You just gotta be able to work a little harder after you're done working hard. Joy. Oh, adulting, right? Oh my god, I forgot that Peyton really picks Mouth and he's the number one draft pick. Woohoo! Oh my god, of course Rachel snakes Brooks. She trades with Bevan, and then of course Brooks stupidly picked Chris Keller, because I kind of figured that either that was Rachel's plan. She was messing with the lines of communication. She knew Bevan would talk. My god, Rachel is a little mastered strategist. Oh, Haley thanking Peyton for not picking Nathan, and she's like, "It wasn't me, it was you. It's about time you started fighting for your husband." Oh. Oh my God. Dan putting the video of Karen throwing the chair through the window when he totally pissed her off as his campaign ad. Oh, it's like, Dan, do you not realize how much negative stuff she has on you? Karen getting Dan's movable billboard towed away and putting a vote for Karen Rue for mayor sticker on it. Very classy. Okay, so I forget. I feel like that ending scene almost looks like Lucas was falling or about to fall in his working harder running to make those 16 and 60. I can't remember. I totally don't remember how everybody finds out about his heart condition. But anyway, those are my reactions to this latest episode. Now, my reactions to the podcast. Okay, so I just gotta point out the questions for the contest are wild. They are hard. They weren't joking. Yay for Danielle being on this podcast. So I wanted to kind of say, like, right off the bat, like, while I understand why Hillary said that Danielle did not play the Rachel role necessarily bitchy, on her introduction, you know, meeting Brooke when she had her encounter with Brooke on Halloween, and, you know, oh, is that your boyfriend? Like, the counterpoint here is that, like, I think they're kind of seeing that through, like, adult eyes, but, like, from a teenager standpoint, like, we weren't like, a girl, especially when she's feeling threatened with a guy she likes from some other girl, especially an outsider that she doesn't know, they wouldn't really see it that way. It would come across as bitchy. But yes, I can see, like, older, like, wiser eyes seeing, okay, she's not playing it bitchy, but a teenager would perceive that as bitchy. I do love that Danielle brings up the future fighting that her and Haley will have later, because that is so much drama. It's delicious TV. Yes, it's ridiculous. Just kind of like the boy fantasy draft is kind of ridiculous. I mean, the idea is funny, but I mean, like, one boy per guy, especially cheerleaders, like, come on, you know, like, that's kind of funny. And I am going to say that, like, in Karen's defense, because, like, it was kind of silly where she's like, okay, time to go negative, and then she had the thing towed, which I think is hilarious. But in Karen's defense, that is kind of her going negative. That's, like, you know, because she is such a nice person, and she does always try to walk the line and, like, stay, you know, middle of the road and not be crazy. So for her, that was going negative, in my opinion. Oh, and also the other thing is, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Karen and Deb actually do deface one of his billboards and they get stuck on it or something. Like, I think that's coming up. I think. Another point they made about Rachel outbrooking Brooke is very true. And then I have to say, I really did love Haley putting the last name Scott to her name on the map. I thought that was a really nice touch at the end. I do agree with them. And also, to their question about Lucas, yeah, it did kind of seem a little, you know, like, why does Lucas care so much about this all of a sudden? But to me, I felt like it was coming across more like that guy thing that guys do, where they have to prove it to themselves that they can do it. And he was saying, oh, this is important to me. But he had always been an outsider in that particular arena. Yes, he had the guys on the court, but he's finally, you know, in this thing and, you know, this group. And he wants to prove it to himself. But also with Whitey kind of, you know, punishing the group for him. I mean, that's like a guy thing. I feel like that's a very guy thing to be like, I have to prove this to myself. So I kind of feel like that was the point with Lucas, really, but that's not what the writers necessarily had him say. That's just my thoughts. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. Thoughts and opinions down below, and I will see you next week.